So take a step back before I get all up in your
remember, because I don't remember. I remember every bit of this.
You're the dudes holding on the phone line. Your voice will be heard, sir.
Next caller, please.
Jerry's gonna get him.
Fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics. Fantasy sports and politics.
Listeners are asking questions about this week's games, not Jerry's personal beef. So what's your thought? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Fantasy Sports and Politics proudly presents your champion of the world. It's me, Mr. FSP. Not the guy doing this. Not the guy doing this because he's lost in the 60s somewhere. But today, that is my co-host. You can say peace all day. You can say peace like Tariq Carr. I know what you're putting it up for. But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my co-host. Today's going to be a wild and interesting show, I hope. But my co-host, JT ATM Money, is sitting over there. And give me a second. 1.5 hours. We're going to have, because we're going to crown this season's Neighborhood Street Football champion. And we just so happen to have seed 1 and seed 2 facing each other. That's cool. I like it. I didn't predict seed 1 to make it this far. I think he got a little lucky. He says it's inevitable. Yeah, we know what happened to Thanos at the end.
It's inevitable.
Well, we know what happened to Thanos in the end. Okay?
It's inevitable.
Okay, that's look, you're one of Thanos' minions. It's fine. We know y'all lost in the end, but we'll get to that. We're going to bring those two on the show. We're going to let them do their thing. Hopefully, the banter live is just as good as it is in our chat. Because, boy, they go at each other in the chat like it's nobody's business, and I like it. Also, sometime during the show, we're going to have two folks, friends of mine, that actually want to discuss some championship moves. And I gave them my opinion. I told them, hey, don't just listen to me. Come on to the show and see what my guys have to say.
Talk to the master.
Oh, Lord. You're not the master, but thank you.
I am.
And Q, I don't know where Q is right now, but he's watching this on YouTube. So I don't know if he's going to text me his teasers or not. But we got a loaded show. We're going to talk about Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Did Ryan Clark speak truth? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the Flacco effect. Yeah, the Flacco effect. Because the Watson effect, it ain't happening.
Yes, sir.
But we'll talk about that too.
Yes, sir.
But, JT, before I bring in our two combatants, you got anything you want to say?
All I got to say is this, okay? At the beginning of the season, and I'll make this clear, at the beginning of the season, when I talked about my Cleveland Browns, I had a lot of skeptics. I said the Cleveland Browns would win at least 10 games. They've won 11. I was underestimating my own team. I told them told people they had a lot of talent. I had a lot of skepticism, especially from the guy on my right. And regardless, and the fact is this, 4 starting quarterbacks, a bunch of injuries. They got so many injuries, they can't even count them. And they're 11-5, and nobody wants to play the Cleveland Browns. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm talking because the fact is I was right. Mr. FSP, about the record of my team, and the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit.
Okay, not a problem whatsoever. I mean, you did draft a lot of Cleveland Brown players, and obviously you got rid of a lot of them too during the season. We'll talk about that. But let me bring in.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute. Let me bring in The number one. Oh, just checking in. Shocking JT spouting off about the. Isn't it, Chris? It's shocking. But let's bring in the number one seed. No.
I gotta get.
I'm gonna do it this way.
Man, respect.
Wait a minute.
Hey. Man, respect.
Hey, relax.
Man, respect.
I'm going to do this.
He called
the way
season, so he's not lucky.
See, Thanos, your boy JT about to mess it up for you. He about to mess it up for you. So I'm gonna do it this way. Whenever there's a big boxing match or big UFC fight or a prize fight, the challenger is always introduced first. And in this corner, I've been forced, because I lost, to call this man Paw for this football season. He named my team the Slytherin Crybabies.
Yeah.
Which is whatever.
Which
I ain't mad at it. It's just the name.
It's fitting.
So
So fitting.
See, that's why you couldn't talk all last season.
It's fitting.
But
it's fitting though.
But his real NFL team were the real Crybabies, the New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna bring in our challenger because he's back in the championship after a few years of hiatuses. He is Brent, aka Hass,
Vic's daddy,
aka why JT can't stand him.
Vic's daddy, Vic's daddy.
There you go.
His name is Vic's
What's
daddy.
up, fellas? What's up? Hey, hold on. Give me 1 second right here. Let me see something. Let me think.
Oh, TikTok?
Yep. JT. TikTok, big boy. It's coming. He's here. And it's gonna happen.
The way he said it, Now. Okay. Avengers, assemble. I'm the Avenger on Paw side. Now, introducing the 1.5-time champion,
two-time,
who told us during the season he was going to come back, and get that number one spot and hold on to it.
Yep,
he said it. He battled a bunch of injuries throughout the season.
Called the shot.
So I would say this: if he does win, this would be a true display of his fantasy managerial prowess, not the other two. One, and I'm quite sure that Hass, aka Brent, is going to talk about how he was given his first championship, even though it wasn't given to him, but I see what he meant by it. And last year, it was a half a championship because he didn't complete the season. But let me bring in, he calls himself Thanos.
That's why he calls
himself Thanos, but he is Sammy.
What's up?
He got his own theme music.
What's up?
With his own theme. Okay, I don't have money to pay for no music, so I need you to not pay. Okay,
Hey,
I can't pay for that. Turn that off. I can't pay for that.
I got.
What's up, Sammy?
Regardless of how much he talks, I got mad respect for a man who calls his shot and it comes true. Called the shot in the beginning. Called the shot in the beginning of the season, and where is he at?
Well, no. He didn't call it. He did not call it at the beginning of the season. He called
yes, he did. He called his shot at the beginning of the season.
He called it during the season when he wasn't number one. He called it when Truck was holding on to that number one spot for like week after week after week. That's when he called it. He didn't say he was going to be the champ all the time, or say, yeah, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, really, until the middle of the season. We all said we were going to be the champ before the draft and during the draft.
Yeah, only I meant it.
Oh, shit. I was just defending you. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to bring in the challenger. There's going to be 2 questions apiece between myself and Jerry to each one of you. This is the format. You will answer the questions. Then after you answer my 2 questions and Jerry's 2 questions, you will have the opportunity to go head to head, and tell each other why you're the better team, and tell our listeners and our followers why you deserve it and not the other guy. Okay, that's the format. After that, it's a free for all when it comes to the conversation. Our third wheel decided to jump in, so I'm gonna bring them on.
What's up, Q? What's up, Memo?
But here's the question. The first question is to the challenger. The first question is to the challenger. Hoss. Now
Shoot.
I'm going. What? Q?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you right there.
Hey, Sammy, take off that garbage AAA team.
Wow.
There's a guy with the hat on. Raider hat on.
Can I continue? Q, thank you.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
We're good. All right, Hoss. I'm going to expose a couple of conversations, not too much of them. But since Sammy has been in the league, it's been 3 years, and he has made the championship all 3 years. Why do you think he needs to be humbled and defeated completely this year?
Well, it's straight up. It's fact. The man been playing the right moves. He been making the right decisions. He is inevitable right now, but that ain't gonna be for long.
Hoss, time out.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys need to stop all this politically correct stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that talk. Yes,
That's
he's
I just
great,
had to
he's
answer the
this, he's
question.
great, he's this. You better say what you really feel.
Yeah, because we got the text to prove what you're really
Exactly. Let's go. Stop that bullshit.
Hey,
Hold on.
I just had to answer the man's question, and I answered it. We got more coming though.
Okay,
Hey,
Jerry.
go ahead. Oh, you want me to
Your
answer the
question.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay. I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing Hoss on top and
That's right.
Thanos below Hoss.
Thanos.
How you feel about that, man? He's above you right now.
Even
What's up with
Yahoo
that?
knows about it. Even Yahoo knows what's going to happen.
And it's because Victor put it by age group.
How you feel about that?
Let the man answer the question.
He's sitting on top of you. I'm underneath him right now.
What do you? I don't know what he means by that. Like by points or what?
No,
No,
the way
on the screen.
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Oh, like the
And
fantasy.
Hoss-
Yeah, that's just
Hoss
big.
is-
That's just big being the hater.
No, it's not. That is StreamYard. The way I put y'all in.
Yeah, that might be what it is. You first, then Jerry, then Hoss, and myself.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well, he has no answer for that. He doesn't care.
You guys are being too nice.
They are.
I haven't been
All right.
asked the question.
Well, let
All
me put it
No,
this way.
you already asked your question. Let's go back.
Go.
So your next question, Jerry, your next question has to be the Hoss, because my question goes to Thanos or Sammy.
Go ahead.
So Sammy, I know I am. Sammy, you have come into the league, taking it by storm. You got this big mouth, which is fine. I don't mind it. I love it, actually. You threatened to leave the league next year. I don't know if it was serious or not, but I got a replacement for you if you do. Because if you're going to run away, run away. But why in all honesty, why do you think you've been able to dominate in the past 3 seasons?
Ooh, that's an open.
Oh, I'm gonna run away like Scrooge McDuck with my money. I'm gonna take off. No, that first year, I wanted to go back to the first question you asked Haas. That first year, it's so frustrating to me that he got gifted a team.
You did get gifted a team. Everybody agrees on that 100%.
Both of those players that I got were both hurt. It took, yes, it was Jamar Chase, Debo Samuel. It was
Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey. So.
and Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey were hurt. They
Don't
were hurt.
matter,
They're
bro.
literally hurt. But the difference,
Come here.
the difference continues to be that when something happens, I don't start trading everybody in the draft memo. Mr. FSP over here.
Oh, don't come to me.
All right. I also just make slow picks. I don't go crazy. I don't, try to change everything up one thing at a time. And that's literally what's the difference this year. This year, I could have just panicked and gave up Jamar. You were trying to get Justin Jefferson from me. Other people were trying to get players from me, and I just stayed course. I picked my team. I knew the team. The only thing that's been devastating, if anything, has just been Mark Andrews, if anything. But besides that, it just, I don't know. And to me, it's you do what you do with the team you were given. And I did it this year. I did it last year, and I did it the year before. I'm inevitable, baby. I mean, you're lucky I didn't go to the store and buy the Thanos.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
And then I would have been like Tony Stark.
Well, I gotta ask Horse this. Horse,
What's up, big dog?
the beginning of the season. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. You got a rating from Yahoo as the number one in the draft, okay? But you said you didn't like your team. You said you didn't like your team, and look at where you're at now. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a sign of a true manager and made all the right moves to make the adjustments to make it happen. I got fortunate to pick up Kyron Williams, and a few other things fell my way. The only disappointing thing I have to say about my season is Sammy finished first, and I finished second. And I had a few shortcomings, and he's gonna pay for it tomorrow. He's gonna pay for it.
Okay.
All right.
They already started on Thursday.
Yep.
I hope
I
I
asked
pay
him
for it
and already
tomorrow. His best players playing today, so I'll pay for it tomorrow.
Well, that's what I was going to get to, because that's my second question to Hoss. Y'all started with Thursday, a little banter back and forth. You got a lot of points, brother, Hoss. Now, y'all both had one player go at the time frame. Do you think, because now the predictions, because Jerry brought a prediction situation, right? Because that was a prediction at the beginning of the year after the draft, you have the best team, so on and so forth. The projections have you beating Sammy by 20 points, 207 to like 187 or something like that. After each one of you had one player play or one position play.
No,
I haven't had anybody play it.
that's right.
I think that's somebody play.
No, he hadn't had.
No,
anybody.
he's on the bench.
Okay, that's right. That's right, because we were talking about why he didn't. You said there was a blessing why you didn't play Garrett Wilson or something. I apologize. But with that being the case, Hoss, where do you see your team landing? Are you going to hit your projection? Because in the past 5 to 6 weeks, you've been over 200 each week, like 210, 220, something like that. Do you believe actually with the matchups and the players? And I know the one we talked about, I told you what I would do, but you've decided to do what you're going to do. Do you think your team's going to be able to get that 200 at plus points? And is that going to be enough to stop Sammy?
I think I'm gonna meet my projections. I think I'm gonna exceed them slightly. Honestly, what I think this championship week is gonna fall down to, and you can disagree with me if you want, but I think it's gonna be the luck of the defense. I think we evenly matched. I think Thanos is pretty much he's there. I mean, you look at it from top to bottom. That's when I play fantasy football, I look at balance. I don't look at trying to overload one particular position. I try to keep my team balanced. That way everybody's providing. People didn't agree with me about the IDPs. Man, that's just as important as a kicker. That's just as important as every other thing that you have on your team. And a lot of people don't look at that defense slot as a important factor. Well, if you're playing somebody like Thanos, you're going to need every point that you're going to get. And I try to stay on top of it.
You just kissing his ass right now.
I don't know about all this fucking nicey shit. What? If that's the case, let me hang up now. I have my popcorn ready and everything.
It ain't
right,
kissing
well,
his ass.
Jerry, your
it's giving him
question.
his respect.
What's that?
Ain't no respect.
What's that?
Jerry, your question.
The proof is in the pudding, man. That's all I can say.
I already asked my 2 questions. I don't got other questions.
Well, let me go back to
let me put it this. Let me regurgitate what Hass just said. Because I've been saying this for a long time.
Well, hold on.
Regurgitated that balance is the key.
I got a question.
Jerry, you're making me regurgitate.
let me get to Sammy.
Okay.
Let me get to
you don't want to get Jerry started, do you? You don't want to get Jerry started.
Sammy. All right, Sammy. Now, you call yourself Thanos because you want to bring balance to the world. And by balance, you mean you dominate. Well, no, that's what Thanos did. That's what he did. He tried. What advice would you give your opponent this week? What advice? Serious advice. What would you give him this week?
So first, I want to start off by saying I'm not trying to balance anything. I'm just collecting Infinity Stones. That's all. Wow.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Right? So
we're gonna take his head off. Don't worry about it.
My advice to Hass would be just bench your team. Just bench them. Well, at least at the end of the day,
that'd be the only way you'd win.
That's the only way you can say, "Oh, I forgot to start my lineup." Dang, that was just like Vic still holding on to. Oh, if that player wouldn't have died, if that player wouldn't have
it's funny you say all that.
He's
funny you say all that because I've been hearing nothing but whining and crying about injuries all year long. And you know, this is the first year you ever had to deal with adversity. And now you got to complain and say, "Bro, my tight end this and my bro, I'm in the finals. I'm about to whoop your butt without my number 1 pick this year."
That's what I'm talking about.
Who's your number 1 pick?
I'm about to whoop your butt without my number 1 pick, and I'm gonna make you like it when I do.
Oh,
and you're gonna like it.
I'm gonna make you like it. Wow,
that's right.
Who was the number 1 pick? I don't know who his number 1 pick was.
Hey, it was Austin Eckler. Eckler, yes.
You're lucky you don't have him because he was just shoot you a dud. You're lucky.
And that was part of being a good manager.
You probably wouldn't have Breece Hall in today because of Austin Eckler. So that's actually helping you out. Because I think if you would have Austin Eckler, you would have made that mistake. You would leave those 35 points you just got in the
No, because that's why I went balanced. That's whenever I gave up my number 1 pick for the number 1 tight end, which he ain't been performing here as of late. But I think today it's going to be a different story. This week is going to be a different story.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sammy, who do you say? You said that.
Well, if that's the case, shoot me some bread then, Hass, because I gave it to you.
That's true.
I heard the commish say you're talking to Hass on the side, giving him advice, but he's not taking it. Man, that's crazy.
Well, I'll leave that to him to discuss with y'all, but it was a question, and it was a good question. But he'll live or die with it. Not my issue. But
let me tell you.
You said something, Sammy, that Brent's best player is playing today. Are you referring to CD Lamb?
Yes, 100%.
So do you believe? Well, going against that Detroit secondary, that might be a bad thing for you. Because Detroit's secondary is garbage. He might. And they said, Dak already said he's going to try to get him 10 targets today. That's 10 points just for catching the damn ball. That might not be good for you.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, your stars are going to start. That doesn't matter. I'm not worried about, CeeDee Lamb. I'm not worried about Breece Hall 35 points. It is what it is. It's when Jahmyr Gibbs plays. It's when Amon-Ra plays, with Jalen Hurts comes in. That's what we're going to see. Your stars got to start. Now CD lays that dud, there it goes. Those projections drop. I don't even care about projections. You can say 300. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is my stars are going to perform. You're going to see your stars not perform, and that's going to be the difference.
So you think Justin Jefferson is going to put up big numbers with a rookie quarterback that's coming off a concussion?
Well, you could say you could.
I'm asking.
I'm not predicting a crazy game. I'm predicting consistency, and that's the difference. I'm predicting 20, 25 points here, 20, 25 points here, not just hoping that the Buffalo Bills defense gives me 50.
It's gonna be a consistent butt whipping, just like all year long. I've been scoring over 200 points. A consistent butt whipping. I whipped you twice, and it's gonna be a third time. That's gonna be the sweetest one in lit.
And you're gonna like it.
And you're gonna like it.
Don't lose.
You're gonna be like that. You're gonna be like that kid trying to take that. You're gonna be like that kid with his mama giving him that medicine when he stick that spoon in his mouth and he get that nasty taste in that. That's what Sammy gonna look like.
Don't lose, Hass. Don't lose.
That's what I'm talking about, Brent. That's what I'm talking about. All right, JT, you had something you wanted to say.
Don't lose, Hass.
Man, I listen to it. I mean, Hass has got that southern. I'm gonna dig it into you type of talk. I'm just loving that, man. I'm just loving that.
and Sammy's like West Coast chill. Yeah, bro.
Hey, I forgot to remind you too, Sammy.
Bro.
Sammy, look, TikTok, big dog. TikTok is coming. I've been telling you all day, all year long that it was coming.
That watch is not waterproof. I'm gonna take you underwater. You can't hang down there.
That watch is more than waterproof, baby. I promise you. That's a classic Casio. Nothing fancy about it. It's $25, and it's gonna be an ass whipping that you're never gonna forget.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this. One of you will have to thank Q next year because one of your entry fees will be paid by Q next year. As he finished in 12th.
Nice.
So
it was his idea.
You gotta thank him. You gotta thank him in advance. You gotta thank him in advance.
Thank him in advance.
I'm gonna appreciate you, Q. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're welcome, Hass.
Choose the consequences. Choose some consequences.
You know, right. I was rooting for Sammy all year long, but not now. Fuck that. I hope that would lose.
Oh my God. And this is
why now? Why you stop rooting for me all of a sudden?
He's the champ. You down with the champ. Everybody's going after the champ. You got a bullseye on that.
Hell
beard.
yeah.
You got a bullseye on that beard.
He a hater.
Hey.
He a hater.
He gonna get a reminder. You gonna remember a few years ago, like almost 30, 40 years ago, down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Sorry, not.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be 100% legit and honest about this. I want your ass to lose, Sammy. I need your ass to lose, Sammy.
I know you've been wanting me to lose since you changed up the rules.
Hey,
all of a sudden,
there is no rule change.
I want 2 quarterbacks. I don't want a flex.
That's the slithering.
I want 3 wide receivers. How about 3 running backs?
Hey, I'm the commish. Oh, that goes back to the deal. Dave got something for y'all too.
All I gotta say is this:
he's gonna wait.
You listen to what Victor had to say about Sammy, and you listen to what Victor had to say about Hass. It's typical of the name that he acquired this season.
Oh my!
Crybabies.
Look, be quiet because you couldn't talk for a whole season.
You asked me, and I jumped in.
I did,
and I had to get.
But
hey, you
one of you. Here's what I need to know now. Here's what I need to know now, because Dave says he'll see y'all all next year. Here's what I'm gonna ask. One of you two will get opportunity to make a rule change next year, since Sammy brought this up, and I'm glad you did. And I got both you on here. What's the one rule change you plan to make next year if you win? I'm gonna start with Sammy, then Hass.
Have you thought about it?
I thought about it. Actually, I think that in another league that I play, the people who have the higher seed in the playoffs should have a home field advantage, maybe like an extra 5-10 points to start the game.
I can't do that just for the playoffs. It will have to be something done throughout the season.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if the schedule is you got like 4 home games, and that's the way Yahoo does it, you're going to screw yourself.
No, that's cool.
But I mean,
you're trying to say you're a number 1 seed and you want an advantage with points, man. That's just like the first season you played in this league. You trying to get something for free again.
But that was your idea. I got to shoot that down. Unless you got something else, I'm gonna say think of something else.
Yeah, I gotta think of something else. But
okay,
actually, that rule in other leagues has proved to be pretty cool because it always gives you that like a little extra 5 points. In your league, I say 10 points because a quarterback runs for 10 yards and it's 10 points. So it's one point.
No. Well, it's 2 points because one for the rush and one for the 10 yards.
Yeah, like it's like you get points in this league just for running the ball. You don't have to. You can lose yards and you get points. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
the guy that has Jalen Hurts is complaining about that.
Hey, I've been complaining about it since the first season when I won it all. So it's cool. Consistency. Okay. You're looking for consistency. This is consistency. This is what consistency looks like, guys.
Oh my God!
Y'all wouldn't know nothing about it.
It is so ugly, dude.
All right. It don't look like angels. Consistency. Consistently losing.
Still
okay.
Consistent.
Can I get the Brent? Brent, what is the one rule? Again, you can do anything except remove IDPs.
I would say I gave it some thought, and what I want and what's gonna happen next year, y'all can get ready because I am winning tomorrow, first and foremost.
Well, the game's
we will be implementing. We be implementing the flex position back in, but it won't be like y'all think. It's gonna be so. We got 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs, right?
Yeah.
That third wide receiver will be a flex where you can start a wide receiver or tight end or running back.
So remove 3 wide receivers. Go back to the way it was before.
Right. Yep. I don't like the 3 wide receivers, and I was upset with myself in the draft because I overlooked that, and I would have drafted a little heavier on the wide receiver. As you can see, my wide receiver I have struggled with that third slot this year. Thielen was doing good. He's dropped off. I think he's gonna come back heavy tomorrow. He's gonna provide for me tomorrow. But that flex position would have meant a lot of difference for me had I been able to put in one of my star running back, because I was tight with my running backs this year. I had starting abilities on all 4 of my running backs all year long, and that's gonna happen next year.
Okay. Well, Sammy, you got something else to think about, unless you want the same thing. But that's what it is. Now we come to the part.
Next year I might add a second quarterback just to make it fair for you guys.
Oh, now I got to root for Sammy. I got to root for Sammy.
I'm just trying to find ways to make things balance.
I don't want to root.
I don't have nothing against that second quarterback. I did like that. That's a different element that it brought to the fantasy.
Dano's trying to balance everything. You're right. I think balancing it up, giving you guys another opportunity to try to beat me.
Oh my!
Oh man! Hey, so are you going to have?
Hey man! Take that hat off. Take that hat off. Your head's getting too big. Take the hat off.
Are you going to have a super flex or just an additional quarterback? There's a
no. I don't know if I can implement it, but I would like for everything to go back, like how Haas said, back to the old way with that flex, but just add a second QB.
So make it a super flex. Okay.
No.
That's what it would be.
Just a second.
It would be a super flex.
Why would it be a super flex?
Because the extra quarterback comes in that flex position.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said you either add
super flex is the way to go,
or it's a super flex. So
I didn't know I was gonna let you pick my rule for me.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Well, it don't matter because you ain't gonna win anyway.
You want to talk some shit. Okay. Well, we come to the portion of the show.
Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, Sammy. You want it to be able to have a flex and a second quarterback?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay.
2 quarterbacks and that second quarterback can't be put in exactly. So that second quarterback can't be put in the flex. It would have to be you need to draft
quarterbacks.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go quarterback heavy or are you going to get wide receiver?
Well, remember, you can only have 3 quarterbacks.
Well, that's
all right. That's all right.
You only going to get half.
Think about that, though. Think about that. There are 12 teams. That means every quarterback would have to be drafted.
And look how many got hurt this year.
Yeah.
That was a mess.
Hey, you know what, Sammy? I kind of like that, but I don't want you to win. But I like that idea. I like that.
Let me put it this way. I don't give a damn who wins, but I do like that flex and a quarterback option.
I would, if I win, I'll go for that.
I do give a damn who wins, and I feel like that.
All I know is I want to make sure we give Sammy everything that he demands, That way, whenever he gets his butt whipped again, he ain't gonna have no excuses.
Here's the thing. There's a huge difference in payout. So I think both of y'all care who wins tomorrow, Monday night. Because
I definitely care. That they got more than the money.
There's no Monday night game.
More than Monday.
Today's game is the Monday night game.
No, Green Bay versus.
It's tonight. No, it's tonight.
Green Bay plays tonight.
They don't have no Monday night game.
No Monday night game.
No more Monday night games.
It's college football Monday.
But when does Green Bay play? I thought they played
Sunday.
They play Sunday.
Sunday night. Okay. My mistake.
So by the end, you bring your New Year's Eve in as a champion or a runner-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no runner-up. It's a champion and a loser, bro.
Oh wow! I was being nice.
That was last year.
You can't be nice. They ain't not being nice. You're either the champion or the loser. That's it.
After I win it tomorrow, you guys will have the privilege to say on the first. That was last year's championship.
I will say that if you win. Yeah. But okay, Hass has been bringing it a little bit.
3 times.
It will be 2.5. But Hass has been bringing it this entire interview.
He keeps saying
Thanos, aka Sammy.
That's living.
Do you have any trash you would like to talk to your opponent?
Just don't quit the league. Don't quit the league.
He's an original. Nah, Brent's an original. He ain't quitting. I don't think Brent.
What happened last year?
Oh, you gonna bring that up?
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm gonna give me my medicine, right? Give me my medicine.
You know what? You're right, Sammy. I thought about quitting, but I couldn't pass up the chance of getting you and beating that ass in the finals like I'm doing this weekend.
Oh wow.
Well, here's the thing.
And you're gonna like it.
And you're gonna like it.
If we expand,
I love that. And you're gonna like it.
If we expand, Hass said his real son might join.
What do you mean a real son? He's got fake sons? Oh, you, huh?
Shut up. Only for the regular season.
You said it, bro. You said it.
Hey, I gotta say something. I gotta bring this up.
Go ahead.
All right. Y'all gonna like this one. So last year, me and JT went at it, had a change name at stake. This year, me and Vic had it. We had a name change at stake. Yep, and I see you got that ain't gonna be the name you're gonna get, but I'm proposing that along with the championship, the loser has to have the winner name his team for next year. I will you accept, Sammy?
No.
That's what I thought.
No, but I'll tell you why. I don't like that.
Because I had a real good name picked out for you, Sammy, and that's how confident I am gonna whoop your butt and you're gonna make you like it too.
And you're gonna like it.
And make you like it. Oh my God.
Honestly, when you guys make I like the bet of not talking. That bet was cool. But that bet of like changing your name,
that was good, golden.
It doesn't bug me that much. I need something that bugs me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let y'all decide that later on. But I want to thank you both for taking the time to come on the show during Truth and Consequences segment.
Yep.
Again, this is what I like all year long. If y'all can find time to jump on, even if it's for like 5-10 minutes. If you're in this league, I'm not just talking to you guys. Anybody that plans to join the league or participate in the league, come on the show. Talk your talk. This was what makes the league what it is. So I appreciate both of you, for real.
I had to turn heel because it was so boring in it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just turn heel because it's boring up in here. It's easy. Truck was a roller coaster. Truck was on a roller coaster, and there I was myself just rising. It is what it is, baby. It is.
Man, that victory is gonna be so sweet tomorrow.
You better win, Hass.
That victory is gonna be
so sweet.
Imagine
beating me twice, and then when it matters, just dropping the ball.
I ain't worried about that, dog. I ain't worried about that.
It's like it's gonna be like when New Orleans got that against the Rams in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. We didn't see it. If
now
you
you
lose
talking that
those 2 losses, we didn't see it. They don't matter.
Now you talking that talk. As I'm about to kick you off the show, now you want to attack the man.
I've been saying stuff the whole time. What do you mean?
Like I told you, Sammy. Tick tock. Your time is up.
I should have bought my
You ain't gonna have nothing. Your Infinity Stones are done. We're about to snap our fingers.
Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah, get them flag legs. You know what happened with Jameis after that. You know what happened with Jameis Winston after that. But okay. What's gonna happen now is we're gonna jump into it and do the regular show. Y'all are more than welcome to stay on and listen. But in order to move the show forward, we're gonna put you in the green room. If you do want to stay, and if you want to say something, just raise your hand. I ain't got no problem. If not, best of luck to both of you tomorrow, and may the champion be victorious and not Sammy.
Bart Scott.
You see my hand raised, bro?
Oh, you stay on the show. You stay on.
Hey, look
Sammy.
at the screen. Look at the screen. Look, I got my thumb down on it.
Sammy, I'll be here if you need a hug, bro.
House been biting his nails. Look at his nails.
You looking at the bottom of my finger.
Bart Scott.
Looking at the bottom of my finger.
Can't wait.
And you're gonna like it.
And you're gonna like it.
Take that medicine, son.
Hey, bro, you know what's gonna happen? If you do win, Hoss, I'm gonna edit that one piece. You're gonna take this medicine and like it. That's gonna be in a new intro. If you do win, I promise you that. All right, guys.
You're gonna take this L and like it. Wow.
Hey, all off aside. Sammy, good luck tomorrow. I hope may the best team win. And this is what it's all about. This is what we played for. And thank y'all for a great year, man. That's all I gotta say.
Same here.
All right. Appreciate both y'all. I'm gonna put you in the green room. If you drop off, you drop off. If you want to stay on, just raise your hand. All right. I'm gonna get rid of this jerk first. I mean, person. All right, hey fellas. Thank y'all for being a part of the show and all that good stuff. We're going into a new year, so happy New Year, Hoss. Happy New Year, Sammy. Yep. Just in case I don't get a chance to tell you. But I want to get into something real quick. And I'm glad Hoss is still on because when I bring it up, he might.
Hey, you better stop it. The fuck?
Is your dog nipping at you?
At the cat. Him and the cat are fighting.
That's a cat.
Oh, that's gonna happen, dude.
Cats don't listen, man. Cats don't listen. They got their own mind. They don't listen.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play something for y'all, and I want your thought process on it because it's kind of important. I want to say, I want your thoughts. Okay. The reason why I want your thoughts is because it's going to be rough. My thoughts might be a little rough. So if you bear with me, give me 2 seconds as I set this up. I thought I could download it, but I could not. So here we go. And action.
Love playing with our guys and doing whatever it takes.
What did Sean say to you about why you make it?
It's been a process. Just that he goes number 2. I was gonna become number 2.
There's been a lot of attention about the contract situation. Did they approach you or your agent in October regarding adjusting the contract, Russell?
Yeah.
What can you say about
that?
Yeah,
they just during we beat the Chiefs. They to me during the bye week, and during the bye week on Monday or Tuesday, and they told me that if I didn't agree my contract, my injury guaranteed, that I'd be I'd be bent for the rest of the year. And I think we had 9 games left or so. I was definitely disappointed about it, and it was a process throughout the whole week, for a whole bye week, and it was we just came off beating the Chiefs, played a pretty good game against the Chiefs. We just came off of that, so I was excited, obviously, for us fighting for the playoffs and get on a hot streak. And, you know, and then, you know, NFLPA and NFL got involved or whatever, I think, but at some point. But I think, you know, for me, you know, I just, you know, I came here to play here, to win. I knew it was going to be a process to you know, I signed a 7-year deal to, you know, for us to go and play hard. And that's my goal every time I step into the white lines, is give everything I have. You know, I want to be here. I want to play here. I want to be able to win here. I want to win championships here. I want to give my all every week, you know, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what the score is. And, you know, and I want to be the best teammate and leader that I can be in the midst of it all. You know, and so, you know, that's why I was out here at practice every day. And, you know, I told Jared I'll help him and lead and do whatever it takes and keep the guys going and try to lead the right way. You know, that's all I know.
All right, boys. Y'all heard that, right? So I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And I see Chris has a thought as well. But to me, and I'm opening up the floor. So Hass and Sam, if y'all want to say something, just raise your hand. To me, 9 games left in the season. You just beat the defending Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs, convincingly in Chiefs Stadium. You tell the man with 9 weeks left, you either change your medical clause or we bench you for the rest of the season. 9 games in. And they happen to go on a winning streak at that point. Also during this time, we've seen Sean Payton literally berate Russell Wilson on the sideline of a game. Not in practice, in a game. Domal Iverson. In a game. Rumors came about that he was going to get benched anyway. We see where those rumors, I don't know if they came from Russell's camp or whoever's camp, but rumors started to trickle out about that. They get eliminated. And now you're going to bench him and put in Stidham. Because according to Sean Payton, we just wanted to change things up and get a little spark going. Ryan Clark on Get Up, because Jerry, you mentioned Get Up earlier. Ryan Clark said that you've never seen him do that to Drew Brees. You've never heard him tell Drew Brees stop kissing babies and stop being a politician, even though Drew Brees was doing the exact same things as Russell Wilson, but winning. I don't know if they've ever asked Drew Brees to take a pay cut. Don't know. I don't know if they told Drew Brees to change his contract. But in my opinion, the Broncos have hindered themselves. You tell a man that's supposed to lead your team under all this pressure, you have to change his contract, we're going to bench you. Most people will say, you know what, go ahead and bench me. I'm still getting paid. I don't care. They don't go out and win 4 straight games. I guess my problem, you have Russell Wilson, who does not talk back, who does not stand out there and act like a fool, like Jerry Jeudy. When somebody calls him out, he shows class. His baby mama, Sierra, his wife, they just had a baby, by the way, another one. Future, the father of her first child, did something similar. Russ didn't, he took the high road. Russ is one of those people, I think if he snaps, he's going to snap. 2-part question. Your thoughts on what you just heard and saw, and where does Russ land next year? Some people, like Chris, says in Vegas. I've heard that, and I think it's a good fit. Him and Devontae Adams, and if Josh Jacobs stays, I think it's a good fit. But I'm gonna start, since you answered, Q, I'm gonna put you up, and then I'm gonna go to Jerry.
First of all, I want nothing to do with Bill Belichick in Vegas. Are you kidding me? Oh hell no! I would if that were to happen. I would retire from being a Raider fan. I'm telling you right now, I would. But anyways, back to the topic. Me personally, I think everything that he did this year to Russ has shown Sean Payton's true colors and stuff and everything. I think he's an overrated coach. I mean, yeah, they won games. I mean, he has one Super Bowl ring, and that was against the Bears and Rex Grossman. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I don't think he's like one of the top 5 coaches in the league. Maybe he's a great offensive mind, but anyways, I think the way everything that he did to Russell this year was bad, and to me, it made me lose a lot of respect for him as a person. And I never liked Russell, but the way Russell has handled this whole situation, it made me gain respect for Russell Wilson this year. And I think Russell would be a great fit in Minnesota.
With Justin Jefferson, they don't have a strong run game, but okay. All right, JT.
The most damage Russell Wilson has made has been in the NFC. So I think that's where he belongs, in the NFC. And the team I think Russell needs to go to, minus the head coach, would be the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm with you on that.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
He's got a tight end that he can take advantage of. He's got a wide receiver that he can take advantage of. He's got an up-and-coming defense that the team can take advantage of for Russ. And he's got a running back, a dual-threat running back that's waiting to explode next season. I think Russell Wilson would be ideal in Atlanta.
I totally agree.
And it does this in the get on start topic about him getting treated like this. Come on, man. This doesn't surprise me. You can best believe that this is not the only organization that does some underhanded, excuse my language, shit, has done some underhanded stuff. Okay. Russell Wilson has brought this out to light, that after beating the world champions in their stadium, and it wasn't even close, in my opinion, they come to him on the bye week and tell him either change your contract or we're going to bench you. And then he wins 5 games, and then he winds up, or 4 or 5 games, and then he winds up getting benched anyway. Come on, man. And the coach comes out, it's about winning. Come on, man. We know better than that. Come on. And I agree with you, Q. I think this coach is overrated. Overrated.
Well, let me bring in, because he had his hand raised, the man that supported the team that used to be coached by this overrated coach. Hass, you had some.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I just want to chime in on that. I think Russell Wilson is also overrated. I think Sean Payton is doing what he's got to do to build for next year, and I think he's already started that process. I don't think it has anything to do with this year. I think he knows that Russell Wilson, look at that last drive, Russell Wilson could have came down and scored and won that game. Which game that was, the last one that he played? And I was sitting down watching the game with my son, and I told my son, I said, Sean Payton going to get rid of Russell Wilson this year. He will not be the quarterback in Denver next year, and I'll be darned. It wasn't 2 or 3 days later, that's when everything started coming up on the news that they were benching Russell Wilson, and they started talking about getting rid of him. Now, go back to whenever Russell Wilson was playing in Seattle. Russell Wilson should have never left Seattle. He had a dynasty over there. He was rolling over there. That was the offense that fit Russell Wilson, and he proved that. I think Russell Wilson got greedy. He wanted a bigger contract, and he traded him to Denver with all that unheard of draft picks that they gave up for him and all of that. I knew Denver was screwing up, but you gave the man the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's what Sean Payton did this year. He gave Russell Wilson the benefit of the doubt although he knew that wasn't his quarterback to run the offense that he has set out in his schemes, he gave Russell Wilson a chance. And I think that last drive that Russell Wilson tried to drive down and score, it didn't happen. It was 3 and out, or 4 and out, actually. So I'm torn between the two. I don't think that Sean Payton is the coach that everybody portrayed him to be whenever he sat out the league. Dude, you sit out the league 2 or 3 years, you lose touch. You lose touch, you know. And the man has plans, but the coach has to have the quarterback that he wants running his team. And he was given Russell Wilson, and he, through due respect, I think he gave Russell Wilson that chance that didn't fall out this year.
All right. I'm gonna let you talk, Q, but I'm gonna respond real quick, then I'll give it to you, Q. I would say this, Brent. With what you said, I understand, but when you tell a man or a player, the leader of the team, right after you beat the Super Bowl champions in the middle of the season.
Yeah, but Kansas City, y'all keep saying the Super Bowl champ. Let's just be honest.
Okay,
Kansas City might be lucky to make it to the second round this year.
Okay,
let's just be honest.
That's fine. That's fine. But a team you have not beaten in the last 4 to 5 years.
Longer than that.
Well, yeah, it was 8 or 9 years.
8 or 9 years.
8 or 9 games.
That makes it even better because you beat a team in their stadium that you had not beaten in 8 or 9 years. Yep. And you come to me and tell me, if you don't change your contract, we're going to bench you?
Yeah, I ain't agreeing with what he done.
With 9 games?
The timing and how he done it, I don't agree with. I don't agree with it. He should have let the season play out and done what he had to do after. That's what I think. What I think it all boils down to, the man ain't been producing on the field. Yeah, he beat the Kansas City Chiefs and all that, but let's just be honest. We're gonna be sitting here talking about the same thing whether he goes to Atlanta, Minnesota, or anywhere else you go. I think Russell Wilson he's washed up. I think he's done. He hadn't had his team. He played in Seattle. He put out what he did in Seattle, and that was the peak of his abilities. It was what he did in Seattle.
I don't think he's washed up, but okay, that's your opinion. Q, you had something you wanted to say, and I didn't mean to dole you down, but you like you was really excited. You wanted to come.
I was really heated at the moment, and I'm not no more.
I'm glad I held you down for a second.
I'm not no more. But Haas, when you say that Russell Wilson was greedy and stuff and everything, first of all, he was on the team already. When Sean Payton signed the contract to be the coach, he's greedy too, okay? He's the one who decided to join that team knowing that Russell was there already. But what did he do? He went for where the most money was at. So you're saying the same thing about Russell Wilson. It applies to Sean Payton too.
Oh, most definitely.
Exactly, but I know, but you're not saying side. But you're not saying nothing about. Of course you are. You're just talking about Russell Wilson the whole time. Sean Payton, bro, dude, everything that he did, he's like in the wrong. He's in the wrong. He knew what kind of team he had. He knew what players he had and everything. And he walked in knowing that Russell Wilson was his quarterback. And if he didn't like it, he should have gone to another team. But now all of a sudden,
Washington did actually, before they finalized the deal with the Harris group, the other group that was in bid for the team approached him. He admits this on a podcast, or no, this was on it was on something on Fox. I forgot, it was Fox Sports. He had mentioned that he had been approached by one of the potential owners of the Commanders to be their head coach and have some general manager abilities, but he wasn't sure of what was going to happen with the organization and if they were going to win. So he didn't want to win the bid, that is. So he didn't want to commit to them. And then he went to Denver. So the greed thing and the power thing, I can see that. I'm going to say this part about Payton. I believe Sean Payton has a very beautiful mind, offensively, defensively, special teams. I do believe that he's one of those because he comes from the Bill Parcells. Remember, he studied under Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick, what's my man, Charlie Weiss, all them cats with the Giants. That's his lineage, right? So he comes from that hard-nosed, tough, I don't care what you think about me or if I say something to you, don't take it personal, but take it to heart type coaches. I don't think that Sean Payton is going to do a good job, regardless if he does get the quarterback he wants. Right now, let's think about this. They cut Russell Wilson. Who are they going to get to replace Russell Wilson? Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins ain't nowhere near as good as Russ, my opinion. Nobody else is out there that they can pick up without drafting, and then they have to develop them. But by that time, that defense is too old. That's my opinion. I'll leave it at that. But I want to get y'all thoughts on that. I knew he was going to have that supporter of Sean Payton because he's that former.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not supporting the man because you know what? I got sour feelings the way he left New Orleans. I didn't agree with that one bit at all. I think he gave up on the team. I think that he saw what was coming. And
as soon as he had no quarterback, he left.
Exactly. And he went to Denver through money and a lot of promises. And I'm sure somewhere down the line, that management, that top office in Denver told him, you gonna get the job, but you got to have Russell Wilson. But you have to give him a shot. You have to give him a shot. And I think he's fulfilled his obligation to what he did. If they be in the playoffs, I don't think he gets benched. I don't think that what's going on is what's going on. Sean sees that Denver is out of the playoffs now, and he is not waiting to the end of the season to make moves for next year and plan. He's letting people know, like, look, it's nothing, no hard feelings. I'm going in a different route at the quarterback. It's off of poor play.
I don't think he's being truthful, bro. Like when you say that stuff that you say in the media, you're not being truthful. Like, come on, he should have at least have the decency to say what he's really thinking instead of like saying all this blah 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 about offense and this and that. Come on, no. Russell Wilson gave him his best shot to win this year.
He did,
and I think, like I said, I think we're gonna be talking about the same thing with whichever team he goes to, whichever coach he coaches, because I strongly believe that Russell Wilson he's already surpassed his peak of his career. He's just an average quarterback now. That's just my personal opinion on it. I don't. If he would be anything, let's just look at some of the quarterbacks that have done exceptionally well in the league with mediocre in wide receivers. Tom Brady, the man came into the league, he didn't have nobody. They tried to give him a few people, but it didn't matter who they had at wide out, the man was always winning. You know, the man was always winning, and that's what Sean Payton does not see with Russell Wilson. I think people are reading too deep into this. Like I said, I don't agree with him benching the man at the end of the year. I think he should have let him just finish out the last two games and let the cards fall where they may. I don't agree with that, but I do agree that the man he's coaching the team and he sees what a lot of us don't see, and that's the everyday in and outs in that locker room.
Hass, you in the fan base, by the way. Chris wants your etouffee recipe, and he said you might be his new best friend. Talking about I can listen to Hass all day. Give me that etouffee. Anyway,
I can cook some crawfish now.
Hey, that's what he asked for, favorite crawfish etouffee. All right. Okay. Last subject before we get to the picks, and Chris brought it up about Flacco, and I talked to JT about this off air. If you want to stay on, Hass, let me know now before I put you back.
You can drop me and y'all can do your thing.
Okay.
I'll just sit.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. So I asked Jerry this question off air, Q, because I wanted him to think about it before giving a emotional response. He says, it's not emotional. But here's the deal. I'm going to let Jerry answer, but I'm going to pose it to you as well. and anybody listening, but I want your thoughtful and honest opinion on this. Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco pretty much have the same record. Okay? The difference is Watson was not connecting with everybody else and reading the field the way Flacco is. Flacco comes off of his couch, literally, and takes his team after, several quarterback changes. And he has not been perfect. He has not been perfect whatsoever. But he's taken the Cleveland fan base and the Cleveland Browns to a new height. They made the playoffs. Like Jerry said earlier, he predicted them to win 10 games. They won 11 games. They might even win 12. I don't think they're going to win 13, but they might even win 12. Why is it that Flacco seems better at being the quarterback of this Cleveland Browns team than Watson was? My thought process is Flacco's reading the defense a lot better, and he's hitting different players and not looking for one player. He's not holding the ball. Flacco has not been sacked as nearly as many times as Watson has, and they played the same number of games. Why is it that Flacco seems better for this team right now? Go ahead, JT.
All right, we had talked about this off air, and I'm just going to give you a one-word answer: experience. Joe Flacco's had a lot of experience, and the experience I had to say is this: he's played against every day when he was with the Baltimore Ravens. He played against Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and that defense. So the experience of being able to play against a top-level defense with Hall of Fame players is invaluable. And he's picked up a lot of experience going to the different teams that he's been on. He has a lot of experience, and the fact is he's able to pick up Kevin Stefanski's offense because he played under Gary Kubiak, which is part of Kevin Stefanski's lineage type of offense. So this is like walking into something that he's well equipped to handle. It's not like something new. Not like Deshaun Watson having to pick up a new offense. He's had this offense and he's played in this offense before. So he knows what the concepts are. He knows how to get rid of the football, and he's not afraid to get rid of the football to whoever. Not just pick out, I want to go to this guy. I'm going to this guy and lock on to one guy. That's why you've seen number 85 flourish in the Cleveland Browns, because he's not afraid to hit David Njoku, who's his favorite target, and Mari Cooper when he's healthy, and also Elijah Moore. Okay? He'll go to those guys because he is very experienced. Exactly what I'm saying. Flacco is just a seriously experienced dude. You may not like him in Baltimore. Okay. You may not thought he was a smart quarterback. He's a smart quarterback. He's just a cerebral type of quarterback. He's not overly flashy because he's got his experience and he's comfortable in his own skin.
Okay. I mean, that's all acceptable. I agree with a lot of that. Especially, I didn't even think about it, and you brought it up. Him going against Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs,
yep,
Ray Lewis, and all those guys, having Anquan Bolden and Steve Smith and all that, and Jacoby, who should have been the daggone MVP of the Super Bowl, Jacoby Jones, and all that. So I can buy that. I got something to say. You saw what Chris said. Q, you got a thought on it before I jump in? And Sammy and Hass, you can still raise your hand if you want to jump in as well.
I just think he's just more mature, pretty much. At the end of the day, yeah, he's a Super Bowl champion, you know? Like, what else? What else do you want the guy? What else can you ask from the guy? Like, he's experienced the ultimate, winning a Super Bowl. So just coming into a new system, a system that he already knows, it's not as a big deal as we would make it out to seem because he's experienced it, you know? But if you gave me the option of who to start the year with, Watson or Flacco, I would take Watson all day, you know, because of his physical abilities and stuff and everything, right? But he just happened to walk into a great situation for him with a veteran team and everything. So I just think it works for him right now.
Okay. I didn't see Hoss got some. Hey, Glenn Brock, let me finish this segment and we'll get to your question because that's a good question. That's a good question, Glenn Brock. So let me see what Hoss has to say, then we'll get to your question. Go ahead, Hoss.
Hey, guys, I just got to say one thing, and I just want to get y'all input on it. Something that bothered me while I was watching the Browns, what was it, yesterday or Monday night?
Thursday.
When they were playing the Jets. You watch Aaron Rodgers is on the sideline. He got headsets on. He's participating. He's listening to everything. And then they flipped over to Watson, and he was just bullshitting around and laughing and joking. You know, why isn't he participating in the team activity? Even though, speaking about Watson, why isn't he, listening to what's going on and paying attention to what's going on? He should be taking what Joe Flacco has to offer and absorb everything for next year. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest, they're not going away from Watson. Watson is their man, and Watson has a talent. He needs to use Joe Flacco to his advantage. Learn what he has to offer the team at the time that he is. And right now is a perfect time because he can sit back. Hell, he could go in the press box and watch it from above where he can see everything, and be listening to what's going on the field. I think that Watson has a way of learning right now, and he's not taking advantage of it,
Okay. No, I agree with you. I'm going to drop you back in the green room, Hoss, because I got another guest coming on, Sean, but we got two things we're going to take care of first. I agree with what was just said. I know Watson had the earpiece in, but Rodgers had the headset. We can talk back to Hackett and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a difference. There was one time where the camera caught Watson just jaw-jacking with somebody, and Flacco's on the bench because it was when they were talking about the head print on his head. And that could have been an opportunity for him to be talking. I don't know. They might have not had the same dynamic. I don't know. But I will tell you this. As Hoss just said, Cleveland's tied to Watson. Also, like what Chris said, keep Flacco until his legs give out or his back gives out as a backup. Does that hurt DRT, though? That's no. Does that hurt DRT? No. Who's their young quarterback, who's going to be their quarterback in like maybe 3 or 4 years when it's time to get rid of Watson? I don't know.
You just said the key. He's a young quarterback. So he can get those mental reps sitting on the sidelines watching two experienced quarterbacks, two different type of quarterbacks. Yeah. And he can gain experience from each one of those quarterbacks.
Well, I agree. I agree with that. And that means they don't have to draft a quarterback. They don't have to do anything other than let those three be there and build around them because their defense is getting older and it's a lot of money. But we got Sean in the green room. We got this question from Glenn Brock. Glenn Brock says, already in the lineup, Josh Allen, his quarterback. RB1 is Rasheed White. That's your dude, JT.
Yep.
Wide receiver 1 is Tyreek.
Okay.
He needs one wide receiver, another wide receiver, wide receiver running back, and 2 flex positions. Now, he lists Barkley, Swift, Connors, Ty Chandler, Javonte Williams, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reed, Joshua Palmer. I'm going to give my thoughts. JC, give yours. And Q, give yours real quick. And then I got to bring Sean in. So, that other running back, I understand it's the Giants. but Saquon Barkley is not on your bench. That's your number 2 running back, along with White. Why am I not going with Swift or Connor? I don't like Connor because guess what? They're going to get the snot drug out of them tomorrow. I think Arizona will be. Swift, I like him, but I think this is going to be a game where Jalen Hurts is going to score maybe once or twice, and he's going to get the ball to A.J. Brown, who's been having a hissy fit on the sideline the past couple of weeks, even though they've won last week. With that being said, your other wide receiver, I got to go with the Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper all day, because I think Jalen Reed is a good guy, but he's questionable. He is questionable. I can't put my fantasy championship on somebody that's questionable, especially when it's the last game of the night, unless I got somebody else, because Watson's been ruled out. So I can't do that. What else we got here? So your 2 flexes. For me, I'm looking at either Swift and Williams. Connor could be there, but Swift is going to test the ball. Connor's definitely going to test the ball in the pass game and in the run game. But I like Javonte Williams because what? They're putting Trevor Siemian in. Is it Trevor Siemian? I don't know who the hell it is Denver's putting in, but they're going to lean on Javonte and McLaughlin. So you know he's going to test the ball. How much? I don't know. That's my thought. Real quick, JT, give him the people, and Q give him the people, because we got go ahead.
Okay. This is a no-brainer for me. Running back you need would be the Saquon Barkley. The other flex, one of the 2 flexes would be DeAndre Swift. The other flex would be Javonte Williams. The other wide receiver would be Devontae Smith. Game, set, match.
All right. Q, your thoughts.
Me personally, I would go with Barkley as the running back, and I would go with Devontae Smith as my wide receiver, and my 2 flexes, I would go with Jaden Reed. I just think there's going to be a shootout that game. Again, I think that Green Bay game is going to be a shootout, and I would go with DeAndre Swift.
Okay. Hey, Hass, raise your hand if you want to chime in on this before I go to the next thing. Now, you good? All right. Hey, Glenn, hopefully we got you your answers, because now I got something really. First of all, Christopher Laforge. I'm going to tell you a quick story about him before I bring Sean in. Chris is a German football player, and he was one of my running backs when I was coaching in Germany. I wanted to start this guy so bad, but in the preseason, he kept fumbling. Dude got speed, dude had size, dude had everything.
But hands.
No. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm not going to put up what you just posted, Chris.
I see it.
Just know, Chris, if you need me, hit me up on Facebook. Do whatever it is you got to do. Hit me up, text me, call me, whatever. I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you. But this is one of those things where you've been a coach, or you've made okay, 230. He run a 4.24 and 2. Boy, you better run for the damn NFL or the USFL or the XFL now. But he's one of those guys that I poured into as a coach because he had so much talent. And remember, Germany at the time, there's no USFL anymore. I mean, no NFL Europe anymore. And I had a couple of those players on the team that, was trying to play. Chris had and has talent. Dude is like 6'2", I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And he says now he's running a 4.24 and 238. He can run the ball, and he's got speed. I'm telling you, Christopher, find a way to get on a team to get some exposure, and hit me on Facebook. Hit me on whatever. and we can talk. If you need anything, seriously. I love you, brother. Yes, in the gym with our fat kicker, Jorn. Jorn's not fat anymore. All right, let me bring in my other guest. Here's the other guest, Sean, my brother. Now, Sean and I have gone to high school together. We used to call him the flicker because he would flick off. I don't know if y'all know the term, just go off. Now, there were several reasons for that.
It's not like a man after my own heart.
Well, he is a guy he's been actually getting advice from us for several years now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But Sean is a guy that has given me a lot of advice about my current situation because he's been dealing with it his entire life.
Okay.
And I am more than happy. Hey, Chris, you good. Chris, don't worry about that. Stick around and get involved with us. But Sean has given me advice and been there for me. And we even discussed doing a couple of real estate ventures in the past. But he came to me with this proposition. Sean, I'm going to let you tell my co-host what it was, and I'll let my co-host begin by giving his answers. Go ahead, Sean.
All right. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
All right.
Good.
All right. So this championship Super Bowl weekend, I'm in it, and I got a lineup, and I'm trying to see if I'm leaning in the right direction. Okay. So my two quarterbacks I have Tua, and I just went and picked up Geno Smith. I'm leaning towards Geno. What you think?
JT.
Geno is playing who?
Geno's playing
Pittsburgh.
They're playing in Seattle or in Pittsburgh?
I believe it's here. It's in Seattle.
In Seattle, yeah.
To me, I'd go Geno. You know how much I love Geno anyway. I would go Geno Smith.
That's where I was leaning.
Okay.
Okay, so my two running backs I have are Derrick Henry and Kyron Williams. I think I'm okay with that. My two receivers are T. Higgins and Nico Collins. Now, I have Waddle, but of course he's out. Mm-hmm. So those are two receivers. Those are two receivers I'm going with. Now, my question comes here at the flex.
Okay.
I have a chain, Edwards-Helaire, and KJ Osborne. Now, I picked up KJ Osborne just this week because I think Addison is out and Hawkinson is out.
Hawkinson is definitely out, and Addison is a questionable. So
okay. I got I just picked up Hilaire also because I'm wondering if Pacheco gonna be out.
Now where Vance at? Because we got that.
You got the. Well, let me put it this way. You almost mirror my lineup because I just picked up KJ Osborne and I've had Clyde Edwards-Helaire for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So and I played him last week and he did well. Now I have to wait to see if what happens with Pacheco. That's the key.
Exactly. That's the time I'm on. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. So who was the other person? You had a chain. You had a chain. CEH, and you had KJ Osborne. Well, in my opinion, I would throw KJ Osborne and keep him on the bench. So my choices are a chain and CEH. The key is this. You got to wait and see what happens with CEH because if Pacheco's not playing, you may want to check today to find out what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs running back position. If Pacheco is listed as a game-time decision, you may have to go to a chain to cover yourself because I think the CEH game is at 4:05 or 4:25.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shed a little light, Sean. I'm gonna cut you off real quick.
Let's go. Go ahead.
So first of all, you're gonna play a chain because Clyde Edwards-Helaire has not practiced last couple of days, and he ain't practiced last couple of days because he's illness and injury. And right now, as we speak, Pacheco's listed as questionable.
Right.
Will it become a game time decision? I don't know, but we got to remember Morris, who's only tested the ball 19 times or was in the game on 19 snaps last week, he might have a problem playing this week. Now, again, Jerry, what you don't know is there's a good friend. Yes, like Hass said, CH is questionable because of a concussion. But what was I getting to? We got a good friend in common that we went to high school with, but it's one of Sean's best friends, Vance, who ain't on here to defend himself. But the deal is this. If Sean plays CEH and he does well, then I got to pay half of Sean's entry fee to that league next year. If he doesn't, Vance does. If he plays a chain and a chain don't do well for him, then I got to pay, and vice versa. So all I'm going to say is this. You got one player between CH and a chain that you know is going to play. I got it. They're facing Baltimore. I got it. But with that being the case, I still don't see a problem with starting the chain, especially if he's going to be in your flex. Because I know, did you decide if you're going to start Derrick Henry or not?
Yeah, I'm borderline questionable on him. He just get to bed just about all year. But I've been rolling with him all year, and here I am at the end. I guess I can't drop him now.
Well, they're going against Houston, and I think last time he did 90 and a touchdown. Jerry believes that Derrick Henry is a fossil. So
he's a fossil, but he plays well against Houston. There's no two ways about it. He's a fossil, but he plays well against Houston. Hey, if you have Derrick Henry, in my opinion, if you have Derrick Henry, this may be one of his last hurrahs. You better play Derrick Henry.
I'm hoping so. I'm banking on that. I'm banking on it.
Well, let me get Q in because Q was away when you gave the scenario. Q, did you want to give Sean any advice, or is your I think his screen is frozen. Yeah, I think his screen is frozen. All right. Now, one of the listeners, a buddy of mine, former military partner of mine, he says CEH or Clyde has been a solid option past weeks. That is true, but I'm not doing. This is Victor again. I'm not playing CEH over a chain.
But Vic, here's my thing. I'm only considering Clyde if Pacheco is out. Now, 2 weeks ago when Pacheco was out, he did really well. He gave 20 points, right?
Yep.
He got a receiving touchdown, and he was involved in the passing game. I think he caught like 4 or 5 passes.
Yep.
That's the only scenario that I can see me playing Clyde is if Pacheco is out. But I'm up against the wall because I'm not probably gonna know that before the 1 o'clock games, and the chain gonna be there. So I may have to go with it. I may have to go with a chain just by default.
Well, to me, a chain is very injury prone. So that's the problem. He's very injury prone. And I don't know if he's dealing with the injury right now. I do believe he is.
No, he's not.
Now he's all good to go. He don't have nothing by his name now.
It's Morris. Morris is the one that's kind of nicked up with a knee and an ankle, mainly his shin.
But they're saying he's a go. You know, they've been doing him like that the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, limiting his practice with the Q by his name, and he ended up playing. So they're saying it's pretty much the same scenario.
Yeah, but a chain gets the ball. He gets in there, whether he's hurt or not, is my point. It's not dependent on an injury. And again, like I told you the other day, he's going to be a part of that passing game. He's going to be a part of it somehow, some way. if you choose to go with CEH, I think you still have a strong enough lineup to put up points. What we don't know is the lineup you're going against.
Okay,
is there a way for you? Go ahead.
So I can tell you now. So he just had the running back play Thursday night, man, and that boy Breece Hall went off for 28 points.
Okay.
He got Hurts at quarterback. He got Jefferson and Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receivers.
Okay.
He got the boy from Kansas City, Rice.
Okay.
You're right.
At the flex, and forgot his defense and kicker, but yeah, that's pretty much his lineup.
Okay.
So
I had Cleveland defense this Thursday night. They gave me 14 points.
Okay. So in my opinion, this is how I think when I go to any matchup. I don't worry about what the opponent has. I try to put up the best lineup that I can possibly think of that can give me the most points, and go from there.
Now, I know, Vic, your show kind of coming towards the end here, so let me just get one last reassurances from you guys here. So we're all just like KJ Osborne is just out the picture.
I don't think
I do.
Now hold on. Now listen. Now you know Minnesota went with the rookie quarterback also.
That's my point.
Yeah,
that's exactly my point. Now you got your opponent with Justin Jefferson. Cool. I think he's going to try to get the ball to Justin Jefferson too many times. Yeah. He's going to get picked.
Yeah.
He's going to sparingly go to anybody else, especially with Hockenson out. Now Osborne presents a good problem because who else is he going to throw to?
That's what I'm thinking at. That's what I'm looking at also.
I mean, targets equal opportunities. That's the saying that JT likes to say. But I'm looking at your other options that you have opposed to Osborne, because you don't know what's going to happen. If it was Dobbs or even Mullen, because Mullen threw for 400 last week, also threw 3 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're going with a rookie who's only played like a series.
And 2 games, week 8, week 9.
So I mean, let me put it this way: you've seen rookies come in like Aiden O'Connell and ball out, but are you going to trust the rookie in your finals to throw it to a number 2 or maybe 3 option in KJ Osborne? That's what I'm talking about. So,
not really.
That's why I said throw out the wide receiver and just concentrate on whether you want to play a chain or you want to play CEH. That's what I was saying.
Okay, I got field goal kickers because his last game is at 8:20, and right now all my games after 4:00 I'm done. But in trying to squeeze some points, I went and picked up Joseph for an 8:20 game. But I also got McLaughlin, the kicker from Tampa Bay, on my bench.
I already told you I don't like Tampa's kicking game right now, or for this game right now.
Minnesota's playing at home. They'll be able to move the ball.
Yep.
Enough to get the field goal kicker chances. I would go with the guy who's at home, whose offense is a high-powered offense, regardless if it's a rookie or not. To get field goal chances.
Yep.
For the kicker versus your other kicker, Joseph.
I agree with that.
Same thing I told you the other night.
Yep. I agree with that.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, Q, have you been listening to this whole conversation?
Yes, I have nothing.
You have nothing?
Okay.
Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Come on, man. Tell me something. Tell me something, man.
I'll tell you something right now, man. I'll tell you something.
I'm listening.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. We passed that, man. Come on. Tell me something.
I would go with the indoor kicker for sure.
Don't overthink it. Let me put it that way. Don't overthink it. That's going to cause you to say coulda, woulda, shoulda. Don't overthink it.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Sean. We got somebody on here. He's sitting in the green room that's going for the championship in my league. And
Okay.
your opponent has very similar players as who Haas is facing. So if you are able to win your matchup, which I think you will, I believe Haas, who's going against the number 2, he's the number 2 seed versus number 1 seed in our championship. I think you both will win. That's just my thought process. Now you have a different set of players in him.
Don't overthink it, man.
Don't overthink, bro.
And you've gotten to this point by putting the best lineup that you think you should put in
and reaching out to me.
Right. I give you that. Exactly.
Regardless of what's going on, keep doing that. I mean, if keep thinking, oh, this is the best lineup I can possibly put in. I don't care what the other opponent. I could care less. Let him put in who he wants to put in. You put in the players that you think are going to do the best for you, and then the chips fall where they may.
Right.
And Haas, the guy that is playing in our league championship, says a chain with 3 exclamation points. So,
all right. So, but Tua is definitely out. We definitely not going with Tua.
I would go. Well, some people may want to go with Tua, even though they're going against Baltimore. You see what they did to Brock Purdy. I don't trust that. Even though the Tua is playing at home, but he's playing without one of his main wide receivers. So I mean,
me personally, I think that game's going to be a shootout. Me personally.
Okay. So
my buddy was saying that. My buddy was saying it's going to be a shootout.
I personally think it's going to be a shootout. So I wouldn't mind playing Tua.
Okay.
But
hey, it's your team, man. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice whether you really like Geno or you like Tua. Tua's in a high-powered offense. Geno had the tendency to shit the bed, so to speak. So you got to make the choice. What you feel is the best choice for you.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Sean. I go with Geno. However, you need to look at what happened last year. If you think that can be replicated between Baltimore and Miami, if you think that can be replicated, then go with Tua, because obviously he's been the better fantasy quarterback this year, right? I'm going on consistency. I'm like, okay, look, I might not get 40, 50 points from Geno, but I'm going to get me 20, 25.
I'll take that. That should be going against Hurts. I'll take that.
That's my point. Now, if you go with Tua, you can get the big bang, or you can get that, maybe I get 20.
I got the last 5 weeks, man. 14,
that's my point.
Yeah, I ain't been getting it from Tua these last 5 weeks, man.
They don't play well. In my opinion, they don't play well against over 500 teams.
I brought Haas back in because I'm going to stop reading Haas and stuff. Haas, tell Sean what you just typed to me.
Man, you got to go with who got you there. Quit second thoughting it. Right. I would definitely go with Tua before Geno. For the simple fact that Tyreek is a ticking time bomb, bro. He gonna blow up somebody's game in a heartbeat.
I would not put my money on Geno Smith. I would rather play it on Tua than Geno.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, like I said, man, you got to make the choice. I know it's a hard choice in your mind because you picked up Geno. You didn't have that much faith in Tua, but you got two guys that that are picking either Tua or Geno Smith. So
I'm flipping, Jerry. I'm flipping it. I'm going with Tua.
You're going to Tua. Okay.
Vic, you going with Tua now, Vic?
I'm gonna go with Tua.
I think it's gonna be a shootout that game myself.
Well, the reason why, Sean, I changed my mind is because
y'all gotta remember. Not to cut you off, Vic, but y'all got to also remember, Tua is shooting. I mean, I'm sorry, Tyreek is shooting to get 2,000 yards.
That's what I was about to get to.
Remember that.
And that
man gonna go off tomorrow.
he needs about 220 or something like that to get his 2,000 yards, right? And
you got to remember that.
The reason why I changed Sean is because yes, Geno's gonna need that 20 points or so, but at the same time,
Tua can score that in a quarter, man.
He likes to get rid of the ball. Tua gets rid of the ball really quick. And if he can find a tight end or the running backs, you're going to get those double points for a chain.
That's what I'm hoping for. We call it the double stack in the league. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, the double stack. But like you said, he's been the past several weeks. So that makes you wonder. But again,
now, Sean, listen, I'm giving you that advice.
Well,
I'm giving you that advice, but I also got DK Metcalf, so I'm banking on Geno to do well, you know. I'm not just going with Tua on my personal feelings. I'm just thinking that I would lay my championship in Tua's hands before Geno, you know, because the Tyreek effect. That would be my sole thing.
Gotcha.
But there you go, Sean. There you go, brother.
There you go. Okay. Hey, you guys on next weekend, right?
So after all you jumping on here and asking all these questions, it all comes down to you.
It sure does. But hey, that's what we're here for, Sean. That's what we
put a pound of bricks on my shoulder with that one. So listen, you guys gonna be on here next weekend, right? Next Saturday?
Of
course.
I'm coming back. Let you know the results. I'm coming back.
Okay.
All right, you can thank me next Saturday when you took Tua, brother.
Good luck, man.
Right, y'all. I appreciate the help, y'all. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean.
No problem.
Tell Vance or ask him why didn't he show up? What happened?
I'm gonna reach out to him as soon as I get off this phone. I called him. He ain't pick up. I called him. But again, thanks, fellas. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
I'm gonna set this line up and I'm gonna go with it. I check in next week, let you know how it turned out.
Okay.
All right, brother. Be easy.
All right, y'all take care. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. With that being said, all right. So
I'm gonna check out, fellas. I'm gonna see y'all later.
All right.
Hey, good luck, brother.
Good luck,
I hope
man.
you win.
You better win too.
Man, that's a lot of pressure, but I think we got this one.
Ain't no pressure.
Ain't no pressure.
Ain't no pressure. Just win, baby, win.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not trying to pay my cousin's entry fee next season. So let's go.
Sammy said, "Shake my head."
Peace out, fellas.
All right, later, Hall. All right. Sean is still in the green room, but I think he's just listening in. So real quick, fellas, we gotta go over these games. I mean, like thunder and lightning. No real breakdown, just pick winners. Okay.
That's my specialty. Jerry's the one who gets into that, starts reading a book and stuff.
Oh no. No. Look at the guy on my right. That's the one that likes.
Hey, bro, this is my show. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. But I'm trying to keep it under 20 minutes. I mean, under 2 hours. So we got like 17 minutes. We should be real easy with this, okay? Put some music on, and then we got your teasers. Q. So first game, Detroit, Dallas tonight. I'm going to pick Dallas, but I got Detroit covering the spread. JT, then Q.
I like Detroit.
I like Detroit too.
Okay, all right. Next game, Miami, Baltimore. We were just talking about this. Tough game. I got to go with Miami. They're in Baltimore. I got to go with Miami despite all things telling me. JT.
If not just for my Cleveland Browns, I got to go for Miami. We got a shot to get the title in the North. So I'm going with Miami.
I like Miami in this one. I think this is their biggest game of the year because they don't want to lose, and they have to play Buffalo next week for the division.
Oh yes, that's a really good point. Really good point. And yes, you did, Chris. Yes, you did. Hopefully they don't win, and Atlanta got a shot. New England at Buffalo. Look, Buffalo. What you got?
I got 2 B's. Bye-bye, Belichick. 3. Bye-bye, Belichick. Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo by 20.
I'm feeling that. Atlanta and Chicago. Now, look, Chicago's been hot, but I got to tell you, Atlanta's going to win this game because they got an outside shot at winning the division. So I got to go with Atlanta.
No
JT.
shot Smith. No shot Smith. I like the Bears.
I like the Bears in this one too.
I hate y'all too. Tennessee at Houston. Look, Ryan Tannehill's playing again. Houston. Stroud's going to come in and whoop that tail.
TJ all the way.
I like Houston in this one too.
Okay.
Tell that guy who just typed that the Tom Brady years are over, bro. Get over it.
Speaking of Tom Brady, part owner of the Vegas Raiders, maybe, I don't know, going to Indianapolis. Now, look, the Colts are fading. They are fading like a boxer in a boxing match. And Vegas is coming on strong. They really think they got a shot at winning the division. They're not, but I got Vegas.
I got the Colts in this one.
We forget at the end of the day that Minshew is still a backup for a reason. So give me the Raiders.
Whoa. Carolina, Jacksonville. Carolina the quarterback in Carolina played his best game ever last week. Won't repeat itself. Even with Beathard at quarterback, I got Jacksonville.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in Carolina. In Jacksonville, it's TJ Beathard and company. I like Jacksonville.
That's my favorite game of the week on points total going over. But I still take Carolina to win this game.
You take Carolina?
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
They have a good defense, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. All right. Easy game right here. Rams at Giants. Rams are on a heater, but they like to let teams come back. Tyrod Taylor is starting. That means Darren Waller's probably going to get like 20 damn passes. I still got to go with the Rams in this game.
Matthew Stafford is hot. He's got not 1, not 2, but 3 wide receivers he throws to, and they're serious players in Robinson, Cup, and Nakua. I like the Rams.
I like the Rams.
All right. Next game. Arizona and Philly. Like I said earlier, I think Philly's going to romp and stomp all over Arizona. It's at home. Philly's lost 3 games in a row. They need to win the division and close it out. It's over. I think Philly puts up mega points to prove a point. I got Philly all day.
Get right. This is a get right game. I like Philly.
I love Philly.
Okay. Let's go. New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Now, Chris says they win a division and it's over. Tampa Bay's not going to win the division and they're not going to win this game. I don't believe I'm saying this, but let's go Saints.
No way. The Saints ain't coming in.
Alexa,
The Saints don't come in this game. All right? Baker's playing well. They're playing at home. 2 teams don't like each other. Derek Carr, you played well last week. You ain't playing that well this week. I like Tampa Bay to win this at least by a touchdown.
You know, I hate Baker Mayfield. He's one of my top 3 most hated quarterbacks in the whole league. Okay? Tampa Bay is going to win that division. Give me Tampa Bay.
Yep.
I love Baker, but I can't have Baker win. All right, Sanford, and watch another easy game. Even though Jacoby Brissett is starting, is probably the better option for Washington, and Terry McLaurin probably will have more targets. San Fran is mad. They are mad. CMC might get 2 damn touchdowns or more. San Fran all day.
Isn't Jacoby Brissett questionable with a hamstring?
He's questionable. He's also starting.
Okay. Anyway, it don't matter. Philly had a get right game against Arizona. San Francisco has another get-right game against the Washington Commanders.
I think San Francisco is going to score 40 points on them.
In the first half. And I'm a Commanders fan. All right. Next game, we were just trying to help Sean out with this. Pitt at Seattle. Both are 8-7. Both are fighting for a wild card spot. Listen, Mike Tomlin, you still got a chance to be above 500, but Mason Rudolph is nicked up. Kenny Pickett's not playing. Seattle wants to win this game. I got to go with Seattle.
Classic backup plays well. First game out of the gate. Hello. Yep. Welcome to the NFL with the second game that you're playing of the season. Mason Rudolph doesn't play well this week. Not going to throw 2 touchdowns to George Pickens. I like Geno and company all day, every day.
Christmas is over. Rudolph is not going to be leading the sleigh. They're going to get ass beat.
That's a good one. That's a good one, bro. All right, listen. It wouldn't surprise me if the Chargers win this game, but Chargers at Denver, I know Russ isn't playing, but let's just say the quarterback gets hurt. Russ comes in. Keenan Allen already out. I've got Denver winning this game.
Okay, I'm going to give you another good one here. Denver is going to win this game and stick it to LA. And Easton stick. They're going to stick it to him, okay?
We got your joke. It just wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. I know. Okay. Anyway.
Go ahead.
I told you with that name, Easton Stick, he should be playing baseball or hockey. So
yeah.
They're gonna lose this weekend to Denver.
Yes, they are. All right.
That's a big run game. That's a big run game.
I think so.
On both sides of the ball. It's a big run game.
I think so. But I think the Chargers are going to try to throw, man, which is not a good idea in my opinion.
Hey,
it should be a big run game.
Jared Stidham is going to start for the Denver. Okay, so he knows the Chargers really well, too. I mean, he's been in the division all these years.
Yep, last year he did well for your Raiders. All right, Cincinnati at Kansas City. Kansas City is 9-6. They had 6 losses in a long time. Cincinnati up and down like a roller coaster. I ain't quitting till the show's over. Here's the thing. Cincinnati's been not too good lately. Kansas City wants to prove a point. It's at home. I got to go with Kansas City. My heart says Cincy, but I think Kansas City.
Ain't no upset. All day, every day, KC.
Ain't no way Patrick Mahomes got to lose to a backup.
He lost to Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, he sure did. So, all right, last game of the week and weekend. And then me and my BFF, best financial friend, gonna make some money on this college football. Green Bay, Minnesota. Both are 7-8. Division's out of the question, but the playoffs are still in sight. You start a rookie quarterback, I gotta go with Green Bay. All day. Go ahead, JT.
I love Green Bay in here. Plain and simple. I just love Green Bay.
All right, Q.
Who's Green Bay playing?
Minnesota. In Minnesota.
Hey, exactly. Give me Green Bay all day.
Okay. Hey, that wraps it up for us, ladies and gentlemen. And if you kept score, it looks like it's going to be a lot of wins for the home team. But with that being said, and we got the music going, let's transition into Q's teasers. Q, the floor is yours.
Let's go. I think this one's the winner. I like Miami.
Of course you do.
Of course. I always go in with that mindset. I like Miami and the Baltimore game to go over 40 points. My second one is going to be Buffalo minus 7.5. I think they're going to win by a lot more than that. My third one is going to be the Raiders plus 10, getting 10 points against the Colts. I love that one. My fourth one is going to be the Rams plus half a point. I see them, no way they're losing that game. Then my fifth one is going to be the 49ers over 43. I think they get that by themselves. And then my last game is going to be the Panthers game over 30.5 points. That's going to be a shootout. That's my lock of the week.
Well, you know somebody in Vegas. You do know somebody in Vegas. I don't know who. But hey, text me that, Q. Text me
That's going to go over the point total for sure.
And let me reiterate this just to make sure. Miami over 40. Buffalo minus 7.5. Las Vegas plus 10. The Rams plus a half a point. The 49ers over 43. And Green Bay Packers to end it all with over 30.5.
No, the Panthers. Carolina Panthers.
He said with Green Bay game over 30.5.
No, he said Panthers.
The Panthers game over 30.5.
I just said the Green Bay Packer game over 30.5.
But he's saying Panthers, as in Carolina.
I thought he said. I thought he was saying the Packers. Okay.
The Panthers.
That's why I wanted to go over it. That's exactly why I wanted to go over it.
That's my lock.
But Jerry, I like yours. I like your Minnesota Green Bay game over 30.5 too.
I like that one too, over 30.5.
See, my senile self does help a little bit.
It does a little bit. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. Our guests, people on the chat. It was a phenomenal show.
Yep.
Greatly appreciate everyone. Good luck to Sammy and to Hass in our championship. If you're in your championship, good luck to you. Hey, I appreciate anything and everything you all do. Hanging out with us, making us laugh. Christopher, reach out to me. Christopher. Everybody else. Jocelyn. Oh, look at Sammy coming back on now. Sammy wants to come on as we go off air.
He wants his last shot. He wants his last shot.
I know. Well, Hass is gone. He won't do this when Hass is here.
Hey, let Sammy come on, because after this he's gonna be Mr. Irrelevant.
Okay, Sammy. You wanted to come on one last time. What'd you have to say, Sammy?
I'm just coming to get my cake right now.
Oh, your celebration cake?
My celebration cakes.
Oh, wow.
After this weekend, you're gonna be Mr. Irrelevant.
Well, if that's the case, I'll just be a pack of you guys then.
Wow. Wow.
That's an ugly hat, bro.
To get a last little word in, I wanted to say, hey, Memo was, or Q, he was saying something about, who are the Raiders playing?
The Colts.
Yeah, talking about Gardner Minshew being a backup quarterback, but so is Aiden O'Connell. What's the difference? Two teams playing with backup quarterbacks.
Our defense is way better than the Colts defense.
Your defense has had a string of good luck.
Oh, whatever.
Wow.
You know you can where you can sit on it.
Wow.
And I'm gonna like it too, or what?
And you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Along with that medicine.
And you're gonna like it.
I'm going to pick up a cake.
All right, hey. Is that all you got, Sammy?
That's all I got.
All right, I put you back in the green room.
Good luck, Sammy.
Good luck, man.
Good luck to you, brother.
Good luck, Sammy.
Hey, send me my.
No, I ain't sending you no money. I ain't sending you nothing. Hold on, let me see what he said. What'd you say?
I said, send me my money.
In 2 weeks. Bye. All right. All right, hey, JT.
Yes, sir.
What you got going on in the master
10
plan?
a.m.
tomorrow?
Eastern Standard Time. We're talking
I
about.
mean, for no reason.
Thank you.
I apologize.
He didn't even catch it, bro.
I know, but I caught it.
Let me put it this way. Regardless who would have said, I was talking over him. I didn't pay attention. I didn't care less.
Bet.
10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing it again. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow morning, Sunday, championship week. I do not have any sleepers. Don't need any sleepers. All I'm going to do is say, play who you think you should play and play the players that got you here. Okay? But I'm going to go over each matchup and give you either some confidence or give you some hesitancy about who you're playing. Because I'm going to keep it real. For no reason, fantasy football, 10 a.m. On X, Facebook, and also YouTube. See you there.
All right. With that being said, I want to thank you all for chiming in and coming on and being a part of this show. Hey, this is year 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
We still going strong.
Yes, sir.
We still going strong, and I love me some me. I love y'all too. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out.
Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Get ready to rumble! You wanna talk smack? You in the right place. So take a step back before I get all up in your
remember, because I don't remember. I remember every bit of this.
You're the dudes holding on the phone line. Your voice will be heard, sir.
Next caller, please.
Jerry's gonna get him.
Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics. Fantasy, sports, and politics.
Listeners are asking questions about this week's games,